Welcome to the 2023 trip number 4 to Brazil. Thank you for wanting to watch this. I hope that you'll enjoy this presentation. First thing was to fly from Los Angeles to Atlanta, and the terminal's been redone at LAX. It looks beautiful. From Atlanta to Sao Paulo to Campina Grande, Brazil. This is the view out my hotel window. It's absolutely spectacular. It's really, really pretty. You can see that there's a lake there. The town was actually built around the lake, not vice versa. There's a path around the lake, and so I would try to run it, and it did okay for an old guy. The first thing was to travel to the city of Saudade, about an hour and a half away. I met with the worship team there, and we also went to their cheese festival. Well, there wasn't much cheese, but there were a lot of goats. I got to meet with also Pastor Leandro's worship team in the city of Janeiro, Brazil, on that same night. And I got to preach at his church. Pedro translated for me. And then the next morning, Monday morning, Pedro, who is a professor of business at the Federal University, invited me to speak to his class. So I got to do a 2-hour presentation to his business class. We went to the mall, and I thought I would perhaps get a gift from Mary Lou. And while we were at the mall, Pedro was there, also Leticia, the younger daughter of Pastor Wastanis and Glatzi. I want to show you what it looks like. So as you can see, this is a very modern mall. And it has a lot of popular American food franchises. Just doing a 360-degree turnaround here, and there you can see the familiar. Well, we began our music and worship arts training on Monday. This is course number 6. They have taken all 5 courses up to this, and I had a number of different translators. This one is Caleb. There are 3 modules to Music and Worship Arts, course number 6. The first module is developing vision. That is, to try to determine what your ministry is going to look like in 5 years. The second module is a songwriting workshop. We divided up into 9 different groups, and each group was assigned the task of essentially writing a song. The third module is to develop a philosophy of music and worship arts ministry, and each of them did that. Now, every day, my team took good care of me. This is my translator, Pedro, and then Pastor Wastanis and his wife, Glatzi. Glatzi is the music director of their church, ACEV Catholic, which is essentially Action Evangelical Church. Well, Pedro invited me to another one of his classes on Friday, and I did my 2-hour presentation to this group as well. Leticia also translated for me. She's the younger daughter, and we have a great time. Really fun person. She's recently married and just a delightful person. So each of the groups presented their songs in full. Let me give you an example of one of them. I gave each of the groups the topic from Colossians chapter 1. They each chose their own topic from Colossians 1, and then they built a song around that, and all 9 groups presented their songs. At the end of the week, we presented advanced certificates to those who had completed all 6 courses And these three are very special people. I mean, the cream rose to the top, definitely, because each of them have very important responsibilities, not only in their church, but also locally in their district. We took a group photo of the Music and Worship Arts course number 6, and you can see we had a pretty good-sized group for this class. It was really fun. Here is a picture of Glacy. She handled all of the preparations for the course. She did a great job. Then on Saturday, we had a little R&R at the beach in João Pessoa, which is about a 2.5-hour drive from Campina Grande, and we had a great time. We stayed into the evening and walked along the boardwalk. And then Sunday, we were at their church there, and here's an example of their worship. And Pastor Wassonis is playing the saxophone there. He's got the red tie on. How great is that the pastor plays saxophone in the worship team? That's just fabulous. They also had a drama ministry there that did a presentation.
As árvores arrodeavam o jardim inteiro. E elas eram maravilhosas. Os galhos das árvores pareciam tocar o céu.
That's just a taste. It was actually quite a long presentation. It was beautiful. Then I got to preach in the service. Pedro translated for me. And after the service, we went back to their house. And I just had to take a picture of their two daughters, Leticia and Gabriele. Both of them are married now. Gabriele, in fact, had a baby last year. And here they are close up. They are just delightful people. Then on Monday, we traveled back to João Pessoa and attended Bethel Seminary, and I got to present to the directors there an idea to teach a course at their seminary in 2024, and also to have the seminary host training for the pastors and church leaders in that area in 2024. João Pessoa is about twice as big as Campina Grande. It has about 400,000 people, so it's a big place. And then here's a picture that we took with those directors. Then on Tuesday, I had lunch with Pedro and Raisa. Raisa is an extremely talented musician as well as an artist and sculptor, and she's looking to do a ministry, a missionary ministry in Brazil with her talent. Well, sunset was at about 5:30 each day, and I had this beautiful view out my window. We went shopping, and I bought a shirt and was given a shirt as a gift. And here's the front of my hotel. I'm in the top left room there at the end of the hallway that has a view of the lake. I've stayed there a number of times, and so I request that particular room. The second week then, we started our Timothy Leadership Training course number 4. And we had a really big turnout. It was wonderful. Here is the group. I think we had 70 altogether for this training. I played one of Gracie's songs each night, and then on Friday I played a couple of extra songs, and this is one of them. Okay, Proud Papa, I admit it. That's Gracie and Anna and Mary Lou's playing the piano as they're singing there. Well, each of the groups worked on developing their messages using the principles of the course. There are 3 keys, and there are steps with each key in terms of developing a method for approaching the text and developing a sermon. Pastor Waston and I took a selfie I take a selfie with every single person who comes to the trainings because I want to match their face and their name on their name tag. They have a seminary there at the church, which they call Setebre, and these are the students from Setebre who were a part of the Timothy Leadership Training course number 4 on biblical preaching. And then here is the entire group. Like I said, we had about 70 in this class. It was really fantastic. Then Saturday night, we had a special birthday party for 1-year-old Abner. That's Gabriele and Fabrizio's son, and the theme was Noah's Ark. So guess who was Noah? Watson and I took this picture, and I promise no alcohol was involved. And then here we go, we be serious, and we be not serious. And then Sunday, I got to preach at Gethsemane Baptist Church in Campina Grande. Pastor Attila had attended our TLT training during the week, and they invited me to do so. I taught the Sunday morning class, and Pedro translated for me. There we are with the pastor. And then Sunday night, we had worship at their church, and it was fantastic. It was really, really good. I wish I could play the whole clip for you. Well, I got to preach, and the church was just packed. It was also the 25th anniversary of their worship team, and they were celebrating that night. I got to take a picture with the kids and then also with the worship team. It was a great, great evening. Well, that was the end of the time. I began my trip back home, flew back to Sao Paulo. Actually, Guarulhos is the place where the airport is, the city of Guarulhos. And then I took this picture out the window of the airplane. So we did 2 courses, Music and Worship Arts Training Course 6, which is a 15-hour course. Then we did Timothy Leadership Training Course 4, which is also 15 hours. I got to preach 4 times. I coached 4 different worship teams, spoke in 2 business classes, which was just crazy. Did some personal counseling, and we had over 100 participants in the training. So really appreciate what God did during this trip. And then the following weekend, Mary Lou and I took a little time to Oxnard. Here we're at Point Wainimi, and we took this picture. The sun was a little bright in our eyes. But anyway, thank you for viewing this. If you have a desire to be a part of this ministry and to contribute financially, please go to that link, and you'll be able to go through the process there. We would really appreciate. Our ministry is entirely driven by the giving of the people who are our ministry partners. God bless you. See you next month. Bye-bye.